Hello, everyone. I'm back again. Thank you, Mr. James Dorsey, for your leadership, vision, and support of CFF-DC. I would now like to introduce Mr. Darone Okolie, a 2012 graduate of H.D. Woodson High School, a member of the CFS-DC's Cohort 5, and a proud graduate of Clark Atlanta University. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Darone Okolie.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I wanna tell this brother I'm proud of him because I watch young men like him get bullied for being they self and being smart and brilliant. And you almost made me cry, man, seeing you come up here and just be yourself and be confident, man. So keep doing what you're doing, and I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, man. I'm sure y'all all had y'all coffee, but in LA, they're a little bougie, man. They drink smoothies and stuff like that, so I had to give me a smoothie. um, like he mentioned, my name is Darone Okolie. I'm an actor from Winning Time on HBO, Black Lightning on CW, a couple shows. But I grew up little ways far from here in Southeast DC, and I went to H.D. Woodson Senior High School in a community of murder and stuff like that where it wasn't too safe. You know, I didn't think I was gonna go to college. So I'm glad to be back here. I haven't been back in DC in maybe 2-3 years. So I'm excited to be here and to see the growth of this foundation. And as I look around, I'm proud. I'm proud, man, to be here and to stand on the shoulders of Mr. Mungeon and the College Success Foundation. So I wanna give you all a round of applause for that. When Mr. Mungeon called me and Mr. Lester called me, I was actually in New Orleans filming a show. And I usually stay isolated when I'm filming because it can be distractions. And when Mr. Mungeon called me, I said, let me answer this because it's important. I answered, he asked me to come speak, and I said, man, of course I'm gonna come speak. I always was taught that kids spell love T-I-M-E, time. And you all made time for me. So of course I was gonna come back and dedicate my time to you all. Of course, of course. I recently heard a quote from Viola Davis. She said, if you want to get to know me, don't ask me how I do my hair or where I live. Ask me what I live for, or better yet, ask me what's getting in the way of what I live for. Growing up in Washington, D.C., the one thing that got in the way of what we live for is opportunity. Still to this day, it's always opportunity. So when you ask, how did a young kid like myself from Washington, D.C. get to Hollywood, it was this foundation. This foundation gave me my first spotlight on TV. When I was 4 years old, I wanted to be an actor, but there was no opportunities in my area. There was no theatrical programs in my middle school, in my high school. I wasn't supposed to get this far, to be honest with you. I found an audition that was in Virginia. It was for Disney Channel. I went out there, I did the audition. To be honest with you, I didn't do well. They told me I probably should find something else to do. Just being real. And I was nervous. My parents was in the room. So I took that to heart. I started going full-time with sports and education. And when I got to middle school, I joined a youth development program called Best Men. And it helped build our character, gave us responsibility. And it was always great to join after-school programs because it kept me out of the neighborhoods, you know, so nobody could influence me to do anything. Through this program, they gave us black successful mentors, and representation matters, so it's good when you can identify with people that look like yourself. Through this program, I met a young man by the name of Kevin Mungeon, a little younger than me. I'm just joking. I met Mr. Mungeon, and when I seen him and I saw his confidence and his presence, it touched me. Outside of my dad, Mr. Mungeon has been one of the most influential men in my life, still to this day. And I just wanted to tell you thank you, man. I felt like you made a promise to me and my other two friends that, you know, we got good grades, we were respectful, we carried ourselves like young men, that you would do everything that you done to protect us and make sure that we were successful. And I'm trying not to cry, man, but you've been a big part of my life. So, you know, every time you call, I'm going to come and I'm going to be here, man, and stand up for you. When I got in high school, Mr. Mungeon told me that it wasn't no if I was going to college. He was going to make sure I got there if he had to drag me to college. When I got to high school, he told me about the College Success Foundation and how that I wouldn't have to worry about money to go to school. He told me just apply for the Achiever Scholarship. I said, what's that? He said, it was a scholarship to, help you out because, I'm the second one in my family to go to college. I didn't see a lot of people that went to college. So I was like, okay, let me apply. I didn't know if I was going to get it. I was praying that, he helped me out, which I know he was. So I got the scholarship. I got SAT prep, college credits. I went to a couple universities, saw some tours. And to be honest with you, when I got on them tours, I saw some beautiful women. And I was like, man, this is where I want to be. So I had a decision. I said, okay, I want to go to Clark Atlanta University. So I applied. But I also wanted to go to an acting institute because I didn't have any acting experience. So I applied to both. And my 11th grade year, I get a phone call from Mr. Mungeon. He says, the College Success Foundation wants to put the spotlight on 2 students from D.C. for the UNCF Awards for BT, United Negro College Fund, if you guys don't know. I said, really? He said, yeah. You want me? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wow, and I'm shocked because I didn't have any acting experience, and BET was big at that time. I said, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. So I was excited. I'm going to be on TV. I'm happy. They come to my high school and interview me, my dad, my football team. They asked me a question. They said, what college you want to go to? I said, Clark Atlanta University. I was proud. I was confident. And the interview ended up coming out on BET. My whole school was proud of me. They had potential in me. They said, he going to go far. Probably a couple weeks after, I found out that I didn't get accepted into Clark Atlanta. And it hurt me because it was actually someone that told me that, I would never graduate from there. It was too expensive. So I tried my best to not feel like a failure, but that moment hurt because I told the whole world I'm going to this university. And I had to keep my head up. So I didn't want to go to the Acting Institute, even though I got accepted, because I wanted to have a college experience. Everything that this foundation did for me, I didn't want to just go to an acting institute. I wanted to have a college experience like my peers. So I decided to go to Virginia Union University in Richmond. I get to the end of my semester in Richmond, and I receive a phone call from a woman named Annalisa Sawyers. She said, hey, I got your information from the College Success Foundation. I woke up at 2 in the morning, and I saw you on the UNCF Awards. And I'm an alumni at Clark Atlanta, so I see that you attend my college. I said, how do I break it to this woman that I didn't get accepted? I said, honestly, I didn't get accepted. I'm here in Virginia Union, and yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. She said, what? I said, yeah, I didn't get accepted. She said, all right, give me an hour or so. She hung up the phone, and I was packing my bags, getting ready for next semester. She called me back. She said, pack your bags. You're going to Clark Atlanta next semester. I said, what? She said, yeah, I made a phone call. So when I went home, she came and visited my family, and that was my first time on a flight to Atlanta. Never been to Atlanta. Probably once when I was younger, but that's my first time on a flight. And that changed my life because I didn't expect, to even be going to Clark because I didn't get accepted. I didn't expect she was going to wake up and see me on the UNCF Awards. It's because of this man, it's because of this foundation that I was able to be on TV, to have that experience. And when I got to Atlanta, I didn't have to worry about food or where I'm asleep because, the money that they gave me, it supported me. So I was able to go on auditions. The industry I'm in is hard, especially living in LA. So when I got to Atlanta, I had room and board, everything was taken care of. School, only thing I had to worry about was acting. So to be in Atlanta and to be in LA now, doing what I'm doing on multiple TV shows and learn everything I learned from this foundation, I just have to say, man, I appreciate everything that you all have done for me. And it started with you all. When I go on these lots, these Warner Brother lots, and the way I speak and the way I talk and seeing these young men and, everything y'all gave to me, I want to give back to them. And full circle moment, remember I told you all that, Disney rejected me when I was younger. Well, Mr. Mungeon and Mr. Lester called me. I was actually working on a Disney project that comes out next year. So I want to let you all know it's not about how you start, it's about how you land. And I appreciate you all for everything that you've done for me and all of my peers all these years, man. Like I said, the communities that we come from, most of the time they don't even think that we're going to get this far. You know, I was in high school. It was a lot of my peers, a lot of my friends that was getting killed, and it hurt me. It was depressing. And we used to have a college success room in our high school, and I used to go there for protection because I felt safe. And they used to talk to me, make sure I was good. Because sometimes a lot of us, man, we needed therapy. And after school programs, the tours that we went on, it got us away from our neighborhood so we wouldn't get involved in anything like that. You know, so it's because of education. I met the College Success Foundation, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be in Hollywood. It would be no me. You know, it would be no us. You know, like my brother Ramsey right there. So I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for listening to my story and supporting this foundation that I've been a part of for all my life, man, and I'll continue to come back every year if it takes that. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Darone, our very own Mr. Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, each year, CSF-DC produces a video that tells the story of who we are, what we do, and the success of our students achieve. This year is no different. Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax, and enjoy.